Hey, it's Jeremy with the Disc Jockey News at Mobile Beat 2016 in Las Vegas, having a great week. I'm at the American DJ booth, checking out all of the fantastic lighting. I've got my good friend Arnoldo here. Arnoldo and I have talked lights in the past, lots of different things. Today we're talking about Gobo Projectors. And today he's got 3 different Gobo Projectors we're looking at. And we're going to kind of compare, 4 that we're going to kind of compare and look at. Arnoldo, take it away.
Hey, how are you doing? Okay, so we got some great new Gobo projectors. I want to actually show you the new reincarnation of the traditional Ikon. That's the Ikon IR, and rather using the RF remote, it now has an IR remote. You still have the nice, really bright LED that comes out of it, or LED source, and the interchangeable lenses. One of the things that I really like about having the interchangeable lenses is going to allow me to really kind of set the distance that I want, whether it's a long throw or a short throw lens. But because they're fixed lenses, I'm going to have the nice crisp image all the way throughout. But clients, you know, our DJs in general have been asking for different types of solutions. So a couple new Gobo projectors came out. So we're going to go from the biggest down to the smallest. So the aim on this was to make it more like a traditional ellipsoidal. So, you know, a lot of people that are doing theatrical settings or doing anything in a theatrical setting, theatrical environment, they still have the old school ones. Yep. And you don't want to mix the old school warm white with the new cool white of the LEDs. So by having that warm white, if you look up on there, you know, we're projecting, you can really see that it does not look like an LED source. But you get all the advantages of an LED. Again, you have the nice, really bright 100 watt LED in there. You do have framing shutters, you've got your iris slot, and it is DMX compatible. But unlike the traditional fixtures, it's not sucking up gobs of data.
So our folks at home, that's the one with the rings in the middle and the heart.
Yeah, that's the heart there, and then you know, of course, you got your focus, and you've got your sizing rings on there too. Now, there's a lot of great stock Gobos that come with these, and there's a lot of glass ones too. So you have some glass Gobos right off the bat.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so moving on.
So if you like something like this with the framing shutters, but maybe, you know, $6.99 or $7.99, because $6.99 is for the white one, $7.99 for the color one, that's not in your budget, then the Ikon Profile, this is my personal favorite one that's out right now. One of the things that I like about this particular unit is that it, again, is super small, really attractive, especially for somebody that's doing weddings. You don't want to have some huge clunky fixture. That's something you can just put on a pipe and drape pole and base, and that you can easily hide it anywhere. Sure. So what happens is we've got a 32 watt LED source, and it uses, I want to say it's a 28mm Gobos. Give me a second here. Come on. There we go.
Popping the Gobo out of there.
Yep.
There we go.
So you can see the little miniature Gobos there.
Yeah, sure.
And you have your framing shutters, but this one's also, unlike the regular Ikon, this one is DMX compatible, and you have your little gel release too, so you can have your own color gels if you wanted to.
Oh, cool.
Unlike the traditional Ikon, this does not have different lenses. We do have zoom lens and a focus lens as well, so you can have a nice tight image like that, or we can bring it out. Let me focus it. You can bring it out where you have the really nice wide image.
Yeah, that's huge. That's fantastic.
And again, that's powered with a 32 watt LED.
Okay, cool.
Now that we have that, let me bring this back over here. Okay. So now that leads us to our last one. Now this is a battery powered. This is the new Pinpoint Gobo Cw. There's also a color version. Okay. I personally prefer the white one. And right now it's just set on a rapid strobe, but yeah, it's got, you know, just like the Pinpoint Gobo series, you have the remote control, you can control different functions. You know, what's really great about this is it also has a zoom lens, and of course you got your focus lens. Sure. It's a 12 watt LED, but it's battery powered. So you can run this thing for hours on end, and just like the Pinpoint Gobo, you can do it with a clamp like we have here. It's got a very heavy duty magnet, or it's got the little clamp so you can mount it around a drop ceiling.
So my question is, Arnoldo, I'm checking all these out, and that is the brightest one up on the wall up there.
Well, you know, there's a couple different reasons why this one looks so bright. It's only a 12 watt, and this is something that I try to tell DJ. So I'm gonna open this all the way up so you can kind of get an idea of color brightness.
Wow. Okay.
There we go. All right, so now you can see that now once we widen it up a little bit, it's not as bright, but it's still really bright, especially when you're comparing it to that 100 watt LED and even the 60 watt Ikon.
Absolutely.
So part of the thing that DJs need to remember is that wattage is not a unit of brightness. You know, they use it in advertising because that's what people are used, and this is both lighting and audio companies. Yeah. Wattage is, you know, the measurement of how much energy something is using to work. So that being said, we have you got obviously excellent optics. That's really the key thing. Yep. But the other thing is your actual gobo source. Now this is what we call surface area. Now, in a gobo like this, you know, you're using your D-size gobos like you find in the junior type fixtures. Over here, we have the M size, and they were like you see, like for example, in the Martin PR1, you know, they really popularized that. This is nowhere near that size. So instead of the light focusing into this big giant gobo, it's into a much smaller gobo. Okay. So you're having that tiny little light source go through, and it's going to be a lot more efficient in there. Now this doesn't mean that you're going to be limited in what kind of gobos you can put in. If you find the right gobo manufacturer, you can have anything made on disc. I mean, this is a very intricate pattern to put on a tiny little disc like that. Perfect. Same thing with this one. You know, it's a little bit bigger, it is, yeah, but smaller than, you know, what you would see in the other two fixtures.
Absolutely. So more information, where can the folks at home find more information online about these amazing gobo projectors, brand new from American DJ?
Well, there's 3 places. First of all, you have ADJ.com. Okay. You can search American DJ on Facebook, and there's also a Facebook group called I Am ADJ.
Oh, nice. All right, real good. Thanks so much, Arnoldo.
Thank you very much.
You bet.